Great to see everybody.
Okay, guys, we're going to get started. There's shrimp over there. Anybody want to get some, eh? Okay.
Yeah, you got to look at the shirt all the way up.
Okay. I'd like to welcome all Cathy's friends to our celebration of life. Cathy wanted this to be a happy occasion, eh? With all smiles and good, nice and good memories. That's what she wanted from her friends. Some friends have told me that when someone passes, they go on a journey before they go to heaven and visit all their friends. So I think she's here with us today. Some of Cathy's favorite food will be served, which is already the shrimp, right? Cocktails, followed by lobster and prime rib later. Please enjoy. Now I want to introduce her friends. If I miss anybody, just sort of let me know at the end there, okay? And anybody wants to say a memory of Cathy, they got the mic, okay? But I want them to come up here, okay? Okay, first I know I want to introduce is Tim and Marie Armour.
You got to speak into the mic.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, Tim and Marie. Tim is the bagpipe guy. Maria's right here. And they're our neighbors down the road here. They've been here, our neighbors. Actually, we knew them before we were neighbors. We knew them at least 40 years ago, I think. We knew them. And we brought this property off Tim's dad in '86. It was Cathy's actually Christmas gift that she didn't know I had bought it. Give it to her with a cylinder full of wildflowers, and she couldn't believe it because I told her we didn't make the deal. I said I couldn't. Me and Mr. Armour couldn't agree on anything, so I didn't get the property, but I already had it. I had came back. She had found the property. Well, we seen it years ago, but she had found it. Somebody phoned her. I think Danny actually. Or somebody phoned her and said it, because we were looking for property, and phoned her and said it was for sale, right? And so I came back from Washington and had a meeting with Mr. Armour, and I bought it, but she didn't know that. It was really funny. That's a little memory of mine, I guess. Okay, so anyway. Okay, and another good friend of Cathy's, of course, is Ted and Debbie Allen. They're, yeah, down there. And of course, Chip might tell you, but anyway, Cathy was one of Debbie's first students in yoga, which Cathy loved, and she would never miss it for the world. So, like, don't bother me on Tuesday mornings. I'm off to yoga. And of course, okay, guys, thank you. And another friend that actually is not here with us today, that was a good friend of Cathy's, was they spent a lot of years together playing cards and eating lobster and everything, is Rick Armstrong. Sorry he couldn't be with us. Wasn't feeling that good. Oh, somebody not here. I don't know why. I'm surprised they're not here. Delmer and Barb and Isabel? Yeah. Anyway, okay, and Kevin and Glenda Curran. Kevin's down here, and Kevin's been our friend, Cathy's friend, and his wife. His wife was busy today; she couldn't be here. And anyway, they've been our friends. He built this property. All the groundwork you see here, there's the guy that did it, and that was 30 years ago. That was 30 years ago, and they're still being our friends. But you know, I'm forgetting something. I'm sorry. I said when I'm talking, anybody wanted to say something, is welcome to the mic. And I've gotten off that track. So anybody that I've introduced already? Yeah? Might as well. Or I can do it after, but no, come on. Give me a break. And Tim, I think Tim wanted to say something too, didn't you, Tim? Tim Armour. I only introduced one Tim.
Hello, everybody. I'm Debbie Allen, and I met Cathy. Oh, can you hear me okay? No? Is that better? Is that better? Okay. I can hear myself back here. I met Cathy in 2008. She was coming to Standard Massage Therapy for massages, and I was renting a room as a reflexologist. And she told me that she loved having her feet rubbed. She'd pay her,
No kidding.
I think her cousins, to rub her feet when she was a little girl. Is that true?
I wasn't a little girl, but
No, when she was a little girl. So when she met me and I do work on your feet, I said, well, I do more than just rub your feet. But so she became a friend. And then in 2009, I decided to take a yoga teacher's course in Collingwood. And I told her I needed some students. She goes, well, I'll be your student. So she was my very first yoga student in 2009, and she continued coming even to 2020. So we became good friends. Even Jay came to yoga.
Yeah, I like doing the doggy, what is it?
Hold on. I have to tell you that one. So Jay came because he was curling and he wanted to stretch more and he wanted to be more limber. So he came and he was at the back of the class. And we were doing downward dog, if you know what that is. And he said, oh, I like this doggy down. It's terrific. Is that what you called it, right?
Yeah, I always call it that.
Doggy down, yes. So he came to our classes as well. I just want to say over the years, Cathy was a great support of my yoga classes. As she would say to Jake, don't plan anything for Tuesday, Thursday, I'm going to yoga. So she was my constant yoga student for many years. I just want to thank her for supporting me and becoming a good friend over the years.
Yeah, and Marie Armour also was a good yoga friend. I guess another guy that was supposed to be here, Billy Coulter, he's not here, right? Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, Tim Armour. Tim. I'm looking for Billy Coulter. There's people that I can't believe that. I can't believe that Marie and Dummer and them didn't show up. I don't know what's going on.
Still early.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Tim Armour, guys.
This is a great treat to see so many faces that, it takes a sad occasion to bring us together sometimes, but, I'm so glad to see people that I haven't seen in ages, and God bless Cathy for that, for bringing us together. Every time Marie and I go out for a hike along the Bruce Trail, I chuckle and laugh to myself when I think of Marie telling me the story of hiking the Bruce Trail with Cathy one time. And you have to follow these blazes, they call them, that they've marked on the trees. And Cathy was having trouble finding the trail, and she says, where's the fucking blazes? Where the fuck are the blazes? So every time Marie and I hike the trail, we bring Cathy to mind and we shout to each other, where's the fucking blazes? And, she's just present in our thoughts and in our hearts. She's been a good friend and a good neighbor for many years. My horses have been feasting on Jake and Cathy's pasture for 35 years. so in any case, we're all going to miss her. And as I say, thank you, Cathy, for bringing us together today. Too bad you had to do it this way. There we go.
That's good. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate it. Okay. Who's next? No, it was supposed to be Billy Coulter, but he said he was coming. You know Billy Coulter, right? Yeah. Anyway, no. Ted. Mr. Ted. Reaper and Dylan's not here, right? Just Ted. Okay. Anyway, Ted's been Cathy's friend for a long time. And Cathy, Ted probably remembers Cathy more for during a Saturday time, eh, Ted? But anyway, Cathy was there for Ted lots, I'll tell you that. I'm sure Ted appreciated it. I know he did. Anyway, Ted, did you want to say anything, Ted? Come on, I'm doing it.
She helped me through a very tough part of my life. I'll never forget her for. Yeah. She was.
Well, she did. Ted is telling him. She helped Ted through a rough part of his life, that's for sure. Okay, and next I'm going to introduce my friend, I guess. One of my friends. I got lots of friends, but a special friend that kind of is Jim Falkins. Down there, he's a golfing friend. We go to Myrtle Beach and we've golfed a bit together, different places. And he's always looked after me for Cathy. He watches me like a father when I go golfing with him. He never got me out of his sight. Riding a cart with him, golfing together. Been a real good friend. Anyway, and Barbara Delmer, who's maybe coming later, are really Cathy's really good friends that live in Collingwood. Oh, another couple. Cathy's doctor, Brad Nichols, it was supposed to come up. I don't see him. And Brad and Barb, who looked after Cathy since we've been living here. He's a Newfie wannabe, I always call him. Because every time I went there, he'd always want to talk about Newfoundland.
We're all Newfie wannabes.
But they always talked about their traveling and anyway, all kinds of stuff. But what you were there for, and it was kind of funny because there was a sign up there at the doctor's office that you only discuss what you're there for. That's the last thing he wanted to do. Anyway, another sort of friends from Creemore is Fred and Doris Perry, right here.
Hi, Fred. Hi, Doris.
Anyway, we always called Cathy and me. We always called Doris the walker, right? She walks like forever. Walked from Creemore all the way up the top of the hill to the back every day for years. Summer and winter, whatever. And
She kept a motorbike hidden in the woods.
yeah. Anyway, she helped over the years. She helped Cathy with the garden, and always been good friends with Fred and Doris for sure. And by the way, this little box there with Cathy, Fred and Doris made that. Doris painted it, and I think Fred put it together. I think, right? Yeah. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. That's beautiful. Well, another couple's not here. It's a friend of mine from the States. It's supposed to be. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess somebody said I should do it at the end. They're probably right. That's what I probably should have done. But anyway, yeah. Joel Poole, good friend of ours. He called Cathy his second mom. That's how close he was to her. I met him in Hawaii. He came to work for me in Hawaii. And after that, I kind of took him on like a son. And he went everywhere with me. And of course, Cathy got to know him really well. And yeah, he called Cathy his second mom. Real nice guy. Anyway, another person, a Cathy's friend. Now, tell me something. Who would make a good friend with their realtor? Right? Cathy. And guess who? Rochelle, right here. Rochelle Reed. When I was selling this, she's been helping us to trying to find a house for probably about 2 years. And anyway, we had another realtor who didn't show us nothing, but anyway, that's aside the point. But anyway, Rachel, we get an email from once a week or every couple weeks, say, you want to come look at this place, you want to come look at that. So anyway, when I saw it, I said, well, I told a guy in town we may use him. Cathy said, no, you're not using him. You're using Rachel. Rochelle. She said, Rochelle's selling this place, nobody else. She was right. I knew she was right, but just whatever. Okay, Rochelle, do you want to say something? Okay. Anyway, thank you, Rochelle.
You're welcome. Hello, so I'm Rochelle. I just sort of met them about 2 years ago, and Cathy's just one of those people that comes into your life and into your heart. She's so sweet and lovely, and yeah, we meet a lot of people in this field, but yeah, she's immediately became a great friend, and we call each other family, and we were gonna, be in each other's lives for a very long time, and unfortunately, Cathy's not around, but Jake, you will always be part of the family, and just because the place is sold, you're not getting rid of me.
I know that.
Yeah, I'm going to come visit you in Newfoundland, and
for sure.
you're definitely always going to be a part of my life.
Your two
so
kids will love it.
they will, yeah.
Yeah, they'll love the fishing.
And yeah,
hunting.
cheers to you, Cathy. I know you're watching down on us, too.
Thank you, Rochelle.
You're welcome.
Okay, who's next? Okay. Now, Bob and Patty. Cathy's nephew. I know I wrote this down, but anyway, good friends. Anyway, but Cathy, Bob, by the way, is only 1 year younger than Cathy, which is kind of unusual. And he always got a laugh at calling Cathy Auntie Cathy. But the same age, right? Auntie Cathy. They were friends since birth, by the way. He was born like a year apart, right? And they practically lived together, right? Well, they did live together, I think, right? So, yeah. So, anyway, been great friends. Bob, you want to say something? Bobby? Oh, damn. Anyway, these couple friends that have been around a long time, too, with Cathy, for sure, that she loved to death, and I know that. Her brother Dan and Joni. And Joni. We had lots of good lobster boils together, right? Card games and everything.
Not so good the card game.
Anyway, good friends forever for Cathy, that's for sure. Cathy, she never forgets anybody, and she never would. Anyway, thanks, guys. Okay, my sister now, who's friends of Cathy's, and we had a few good times together. It's Vida and Bob.
Right behind you.
Oh, right here. I don't see Bob. Where are you at? Oh, Bob's down there. Vida and Bob. Okay. And actually, Vida introduced Cathy to martinis years ago. I'm not sure that was a good thing, but anyway. Anyway, they were good friends and always stayed that way, for sure.
You mean Vida or the martini?
Oh, yeah, the martinis and Vida and Bob. Yeah, Bob, you want to say anything, Bob, or Vida? Vida?
I will wait till after.
Okay, don't forget, let me know. Okay, let's see what. Well, another lady was supposed to be here. Jen from the drugstore. I don't know. Some of you know her, right?
Oh, you know everybody that was involved in your lives.
Hey?
Men physically and healthy, and your doctors, your pharmacists.
All friends. Cathy made them all friends. That's what she did.
Oh, wow.
Just telling you, that's the way she was, right? Everybody knows that, right? And anyway, yeah, Jen took over the drugstore down there in 2014, and her and Cathy and even me now, like whatever. Okay, and some friends. Thanks, Jen, even though you're not here. She was supposed to be. I don't know why. She might come.
The older I get, the more more I realize it's a good thing to be friends with your druggist.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I guess I'm finished, not with all of her friends, but the next people I'm going to introduce is Cathy's special friends. People that really cared for her and she cared for them. So special. Okay, and she knew most of them all of her life, right? The people I'm talking about, right from birth, a lot of them, like all of them. Anyway, Shelley and Chris, but unfortunately Chris couldn't be with us. Where's Shell? There she is. Here's Shelley, and anyway, her and Cathy, like, been friends forever for sure, right? And well, she's niece, right, niece?
Yeah, Jake.
Your niece.
I'm okay. Anyway, Shelley, did you want to say something? Unfortunately, anyway, Shelley's husband, Chris, it wasn't feeling good today, so he couldn't be with us. Well, we would love to see him here, that's for sure. Hey, Shell? Anyway, Chris. Hi, Chris, if you're watching.
Hello, everyone. Again, can you hear me? Thanks, everyone, for coming today. This is really important to Uncle Jake. I don't really have anything prepared, but I just want to say we had a lot of good times together. My kids grew up on this property, out in the cabin, running around on the four-wheeler. Actually, my kids helped build the cabin that's in the woods there. And the day we did that, Cathy, you know, she didn't have kids of her own, but she sure knew how to treat them. And each one of them, they're all different. And she had something for every one of them that they liked. She had a cooler with their favorite drink. She had a big basket of all junk food for them. And then she had my cooler and the boys' cooler. And she had it all organized. And we spent 2 days out there building that cabin. And my son that's here today, he was really little and she didn't want him in the way. So she gave him a hammer and nails and some wood, and he made her a little stool because she was so short. And he put his name on it, and I told him he's got to go take it home. And yeah, I'm going to miss her. We didn't see a lot of each other in the last couple of years for obvious reasons, but we talked all the time. And she was really special to my family, as she is, I guess, to everyone here, and really going to miss her. And I'm going to keep this guy. I want to hopefully get to visit him and start his new journey. But again, it's hard. Like I am going to miss her. She was a great lady, and she did a lot for my family. I was really sick years ago, and she never hesitated to come and take care of my family. For weeks, she'd come and stay with me, drive me to Toronto to appointments. We went down one time, Aunt Vida and Aunt Cathy and I, and we stayed in a hotel.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We had Chinese food.
No, we went to this fish place.
Oh.
No, that was another time we went to the fish place.
Yeah, because we had Chinese food
Yeah.
that night in the hotel room.
Yeah. So again, she was, and they brought me to Virginia one time when I was sick, and just we had so many good times. As you know, she loved to play cards. Had to play cards.
That was her passion.
Yeah.
That's because she always won.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she didn't like to lose. No. And she always got mad at Uncle Jake because it took too long. Hurry up, Jake. Anyway, yeah, my husband's not here today, but he also sends his love. And yeah, thanks everyone for coming.
Thank you, Shell. Thank you, sweetheart.
Love you.
Love you. Unfortunately, there's another person that's not here today. Cathy's older and only sister, Shirley. And she's supposed to come, but she wasn't feeling that good, so her daughter is there and her son-in-law. Anyway, yeah, she was a special friend of Cathy. I mean, she was with Cathy all of her life, Shirley, right? Like, they were inseparable. And we used to go to their places for barbecues. I remember they lived in Pickering, and we would go there almost every Sunday for barbecues and swim in their pool and do whatever. lot of good memories come out of Pickering, that's for sure. Hey? Thanks, guys. Say hello to your mom. Tell her I'm thinking about her. Okay, another good friend of Cathy's, card buddy, lobster buddy, longtime friend, my sister Ellie. Jigs dinner buddy, you name it. Arguing. Ellie's been really coming around since we've lived there all the time. Occasionally, like more than most everybody, Ellie's been visiting Cathy, playing cards, making meals. Hey, really, you want to say anything? Sure? Sorry, your sister, or daughter was supposed to be here, Tracy, but she couldn't be here with her today either. So, but Tracy phoned and thanked me and did a little cry on the phone, actually. And thanked me. Anyway, all thanks, for everything. And Cathy would be so proud. She'd be so proud.
You're not getting rid of me.
I hear you. Okay. So anyway, Israel, my sister, Cathy's friend, card player, dinner maker, and everything else. Anyway, now we're going to go to Sharon and Tim Reed. Shirley's daughter, who's like unbelievable help to me for everything, including Tim. And anyway, Cathy knew Sharon pretty well all of her life when she was born, since she was born. Like Cathy was with her, right? You know, just together all the time, never. Anyway, and they live over in Omimi, but we visit over there sometimes. And they, of course, visit here. And anyway, they've been a great help to me, like now with this stuff and my moving. Oh my God, I can't even go there. But anyway, thanks, guys. You want to say anything? Oh?
I think everyone's just shy.
Okay, and I guess her daughter, Fallon, and Mitch, I guess they couldn't make it, right? Oh, they're going to come? Okay. So I'll introduce them when they get here. That's good. Good. Okay. This is a really special friend of Cathy's. We've been inseparable probably for about 40 years. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Jean Maxwell. That's her friend Debbie with her there. Cathy's friend too. They did a bit of camping together back at the thing. The cabin. Yeah. They traveled together, they Christmas shopped, overnighters, made great meals together, garden, and lots more. Lots of everything. Sure, Jane's going to miss her like everybody. Anyway, thanks, Jane. Love you. Well, these next people, we haven't known them a whole long time. But Cathy made a special bond with them. As long as she has known them. They are right here. Cliff, Tanya, and Preston, their son. Tristan. Preston is their other son. He's the little one. He's not here. Yeah.
That's really difficult.
Yeah,
That's why we got confused.
Yeah. I like his hair. It looks nice, huh? Anyway, we've known him a few years now, mind you. They're truly there. This is their home away from home, and I love it because they'd be, oh my God. Tanya, they'd be such good help for us, like in the last, since we've known them, it's like crazy, like unbelievable. Like I said, I always thought, I don't know who's going to miss this property more me or them, because they love it here. Love to hunt, camp, play with their toys, and what else?
The new owners are just going to have to get used to them.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, they've been such great help for us. Like, he cuts all the grass. I don't cut this. I never cut it. First time it's been cut, he's cutting it. And getting all my wood, our wood, whatever, me and Cathy's wood for me. And, oh, God, just unbelievable. And, yeah, guys, you're true friends, that's for sure. Very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. Thank you. Anyway, I love you guys. Come on, Tanya, I know you can say something. You're a teacher. You're a teacher. I know you want to say something. I know. Tanya's been such a good friend, and with Cathy, like, unbelievable. It's like we've known them all of our lives, but we've only known them about 4 years, 5 years maybe, eh? Anyway, they're a good friend of somebody else's, which I'll introduce to you, how I met these people.
Hi, everybody. I'm grateful that all of you are here because it's amazing to see, because Cathy and Jake are just wonderful people, and that's why we were just a part of their family as quickly as we met them. I'm sure as all of you were. I'm sorry. I miss her dearly, like all of you. It was a short time. I feel like there was a lot more time we needed to have together because she really was so special. Again, Cathy, we had many barbecues together and dinners, and I actually got to experience too where me and my husband got to go away with Jake and Cathy to Muskoka. And it was a wonderful time, and Cathy got to pick at the different foods. She said it was good or it wasn't, but there was good big meals, so she was impressed with it. Again, I'm grateful for all the adventures that I got to enjoy, even just sitting down by the fire with them, and she was a wonderful, kind-hearted, spunky, sassy lady that I am surely going to miss, and like everybody else, and we'll always have you with us. And again, it's wonderful to have everybody here together, and cheers, Cathy.
Watch the cord there, lady. Watch. Oh.
Again, thank you, Cliff, Tanya, Tristan. You guys will always be with me, that's for sure. Sure, Cathy's missing you like hell. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Love you guys, that's for sure. Thank you. Okay. Now we'll move on to my niece from Philadelphia. We won't hold that against her. And her husband, Drew, and her son, Sage. Come here. Where are you going? Oh. Anyway, where's Katie at? Oh, here's Katie. Here's Katie. My niece, my sister's daughter from Philadelphia. Well, anyway, Cathy, they FaceTime all the time, and Cathy just loves Sage. Like, she's watching him grow up, right? Well, we were there. We were down there a few times, too, when he was first born or whatever, or after that. So, it's kind of, what, 5 now, Katie? Oh, sorry, 3. Yeah. Anyway, believe me, Cathy watched him grow those 3 years. Because they FaceTime and he, like, whatever, all the time. Anyway, I'm sorry that her mom and dad would have liked to be here, my sister, Valda, and John, but unfortunately they couldn't make it. So Anyway, we're thinking about you. Hi, Bella John. Anyway, and again, Cathy has known Katie since childbirth also, right? She was there when Katie was, we got pictures, they're in the albums there. Katie seen them when Katie was practically born. Watched her grow up, be a beautiful person and friend. Cathy and Katie shared many laughs on FaceTime, watching Sage grow. She loved gardening, teaching, and she loved my leeks. I think she made a special trip up there just for my leeks, like the wild leeks. She loves them.
You've sprung many a leak.
Anyway, they spent time together, picking leeks in the cabin and other goodies, of course, they came take back with them. Thanks, guys. Where's Drew?
He's on the run.
Oh, my God. Katie, you want to say something? Katie is kind of a special person. She teaches autistic children in Philadelphia. What'd you say?
But hates public speaking.
Oh, I know. You told me. I was hoping Drew would say a little something. I'll get him. He's coming back.
I got a message from someone, too. I got a message from someone.
Yeah.
For you. Can I say it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Sorry, I'm back again. I just got a message from my cousin Lisa in Newfoundland.
Oh.
And she said, our thoughts are with you today. And just to let you know, we all did a toast to another angel in the sky from Newfoundland.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Anyway, these next couple I'm going to introduce. Very special to Cathy. This guy over here. Come here, Mark. Marco Slaney and his brother Mike. Cathy's known him since childbirth also. She even changed her diapers.
She always reminded us. Always reminded me. Yeah, always reminded me.
Mark is like Cathy's adopted son, believe me. He was like her son. They played cards on the internet all the time. And we've traveled with Mark, went on vacations, and that's what we were doing now and, for the last few years. Mark was our guardian. We'd go on vacation. We always went with Mark wherever we went. And they visited each other. Mark's from Edmonton, by the way. They came from Edmonton, Mark and Mike. And they always visited each other. Mark come here a few times, and Mike and Cathy would go to Edmonton for their birthdays or different occasions, right, Mike?
Oh, unbelievable. Showed up at my 40th birthday. Showed up unannounced. I had no idea she was coming. And, it made me feel special. My 40th birthday, they had a big party arranged for me. Sorry. Jake, thank you. No, Jake asked me about some memories, and those are there's two that stick out to me most. 11 years ago, for a lot of people that know me, I used to enjoy to have a cold beverage every once in a while. So 11 years ago, I decided that that was too much, and I gave up drinking. Well, 10 years ago, on my first anniversary, which happened to be on Cathy's birthday, May 27th was my sobriety date. 10 years ago for my first sobriety anniversary, out of the blue again, surprise, no idea she was coming. Cathy was there, and it makes you, we'd been apart since 2008 when I moved out west, but it makes you realize how special that bond was. And then 5 years after that, like I say, there was a surprise 40th birthday party set up for me. And again, I turned around, and who was standing there was it's gonna make me cry. Cathy was there. It makes you, and yeah, like I say, always reminded me I should change my diapers. And then was part of my life, though. Part of my life, even like since we moved away, whether it be email, phone call, same story as Shelley had about bringing the kids up here and camping. I had my kids up here when they were little, camped back in the cabin for a weekend. Yeah, this place, I've been around this property for as long as you've had it. And I said to Jake yesterday, I remember, sorry, I gotta just take over the mic, I guess. He couldn't believe, I made him cry when I mentioned to him, I remember when he bought the property, and I say he couldn't believe that I remembered. He gave Cathy the deed to the property, rolled up like a scroll in like a mason jar, a can.
Coffee can.
Or a coffee can it was, yeah. I remember that when he bought the property, it was just the biggest thing in their life. They were so, and this has been their life.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, but about Cathy, just to make somebody feel pretty important when somebody will travel across the country for them just to come and say happy birthday. You know, it was something else. So I know I had a hard time actually. I told Mark I wasn't sure that I could come. And since I've been away, every time I came back to Ontario, there was one person that met me at the gate at the airport, and I knew when I got off the plane yesterday that
The security.
it wasn't security. Just that a big smile and a big hug was always there when I got off the plane when I came back here, and I knew it wasn't gonna happen yesterday, but I had to get here. Anyways, Jake, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike. That was nice. Very nice. Anyway, and like I said, Mark, again, getting back to him. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that. Very good. Hi, Mama. Jean. You watching? Come here, Mike. Come here. Wave to your mom.
She might be watching, I'm sure. Hello, Mommy. Hello, Mommy.
Hi, Jean. Kevin. Anyway, like I guess I talked about Mark a lot, and thanks, guys. Anyway, but I'm sure Mark here has got I know he's got a lot of memories. I know he does. So I'll let him have the mic.
It's so warm, my eyes are going to sweat here in a second.
I told him to take off his jacket.
You told me to take off more clothes. And I said, you're my aunt. It's pretty cool to be here and meet people that I feel like I know already. Even you, Rochelle, we haven't spoke yet, and I know about you, I know about your children. They're amazing names. That's so awesome.
You only seen her name on the sign at the road. You don't know her.
That's how I got her number. Cliff and Tanya.
Yeah, you got her number.
I just met you guys this morning, but again, I feel like I had another brother when I met you. I know everything about you guys, and you guys are here, and I'm FaceTiming, and I hear you in the background, and all the fun things you do, and enjoying that time, and I know I love that time as well, and I know exactly how much that means to you. Tim and Marie, I've known you guys since the property was here. I see you every 10 years, but it's nice to see you guys again. And Jane, you as well. And we didn't cross a lot of paths, but we talked in the same circles almost daily. Oops. What's going on here? I can sing in front of 10,000 people, but I can't talk in front of 60. Weird. Anyhow, so I wrote a few notes, because I'd forget. So those of you who don't know me, I'm Cathy's cousin, Mark, that Jake told you I've known since birth. She changed my diapers, and I was hoping that maybe she could change the diapers in the next phase of my life that I need them, but she won't be here for that. Woo, Cathy and Jake were always a big part of our family. When Jake was away working, Cathy and Mom spent a great deal of time together, and we were always involved in that. I remember visits in Scarborough, Cathy coming up north for the weekend, and then ultimately spending time packing their condo when they went to Virginia. Well, them moving away couldn't get rid of me. For a few summers, for the time I was 10 until they moved back to Canada, I shared that time in Virginia with them over the summer. Jake worked long hours, and my time was spent with Cathy, learning to garden, perfecting my cooking skills, and enjoying that summer heat in Virginia. Once they were back in Canada and the construction of the house began here, I spent a lot of time in Creemore with them, doing what I thought was helping, but I was clearly in the way, I'm sure.
I know you were.
I don't know how to use a hammer. I know how to use a vacuum. Anyway, when we moved out west, of course, Cathy was my first visitor from Ontario that came to our place in BC. And I always made sure as soon as I got off the plane here in Ontario that I rushed up Airport Road to see her first too. She came to BC and eventually Edmonton many times for many special occasions or just to visit. In the past number of years, our visits turned into vacations like Mexico, Dominican, Vegas, and one of her favorite places, Oak Island in North Carolina. I never made it to Jamaica with her. I know that's one of her favorite places, so I brought Jamaica with me today to be with her. We played cards for hours and hours, and she always came out the winner somehow. Even if I won 3 games and she won 1, she'd always say, "Let's have the rubber." Weird how that worked.
It's true. True.
We played cards on an app on our iPads for the last few years so we could talk while we were playing, and we talk every day. If I hadn't heard from Kat by noon on any given day, there must have been some errands to be run, but even then she'd usually text me and let me know where she was. In January, I came to Ontario, and naturally I came here first. The day after I got here, the province went into a mandatory lockdown. I call that my COVID blessing. I got to spend 14 days in January locked down in that house. Every hour with Cathy, playing cards, cooking, yelling at each other. We might have swore. I learned some new words really young, and I've been using them since. That visit was amazing, and I'm so glad I had that opportunity in January to be here with you guys. When you guys were pulling away from the airport on January 19th, and I got that wave, didn't want it to be the last one. But here we are, so we're waving back today, Kat. Thank you, and thank you all for being here. It's very special. Thank you, Jake.
Come on, Mike. Mike, come here. Mike, come here. Hang on. This is a 3-way unrated. Thank you, guys. Lovely. Not so much to Cathy. She'd be proud of you, Mark and Mike. Anyway, we'll move on. There's a couple people I kind of skipped over here. I guess that's why I went back, took a break, and looked at this. And said, what am I doing? I realized that I talked about people that aren't here, but not people that are here. Anyway, down here we got Dave and Diane. Dave is one of Cathy's older brothers. Live in Ajax or somewhere down there, somewhere like that. Nice drive up here. Anyway, being Cathy's friends since birth, obviously. And yeah, thanks guys for coming up. And also, some neighbors that I forgot. Sure you appreciate that. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Jeanette and Russell.
We will forgive you.
I'm thinking, what the hell? Anyway, Jeanette and Russell Post, our neighbors up the road here, on the hill, right? Good friends forever. Her and Cathy shared a lot of stuff together, gardening and doing different stuff, bottling and...
I'm going to miss drying your garlic.
Drying our garlic. She always makes her...
I made a jar for Jake to take to Newfoundland.
Yeah, I got it.
So until
Yeah.
he gets his new crop grown out there.
Jeanette,
Somebody else will have to dry it.
I tell you, we haven't... since the garlic's been grown down there, we've never bought garlic powder or garlic. Because usually that always lasts up until the time that's ready. Even in, we keep it in the closet, sort of, in a basket. And it's always good right up until the time I'm ready to pick it down there. And so we always have our own garlic for the last, powder and garlic that we put in our garlic butter for our lobsters and our shrimp and our whatever. Anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks. Anyway, another couple I passed over. Cathy's older brother, Jim, white down there, and his daughter, Debbie. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, they've been friends. They've been friends forever, of course, again, like the rest of the family, right? So, yeah. Thanks, guys, for coming. Appreciate it. Okay? And Cathy would, too, I'm sure of that. Okay. Well, I think only got a couple left here. Yeah. Okay. Now, we're going on to... Those other people didn't show up yet, so... Now, you know who I'm going to introduce? Get over here.
He's the good-looking one in the family.
Done a good job.
This is my son, Dion. Another one of Cathy's adopted sons, but not really. He's a son. It was son. And of course, she adopted a stepson, and a sister-in-law, whatever, and his wife, Lana, and John. Of course, they couldn't be with us today.
Close. Daughter-in-law, but close.
Daughter-in-law. Anyway, little John, who's now, he was there for my 50th, I think, or 60th birthday party, I think, and now he's 16. He's 16 now, isn't he?
Close, really.
Right?
He's 16 now, yeah.
Yeah, he's 16. He'll be 17 in January. Anyway, like I said, they couldn't be here with us. Cathy has great friends, many great friends in Newfoundland, that's for sure. Not just there, but all over Newfoundland. Unfortunately, a lot of I can't be with us today. Some of them might be watching, Keith and Merlin and Craig and Carla and Landon maybe, and I mean, she had so many friends down there. She had so many friends. Anyway, I guess you kind of know that I'm planning on moving there with Dion, if you'll have me, you know. Dion's been a tremendous help with me through all this. He was going to come earlier, and I said, Dion, you're doing more for me down there than you could do for me here, which he has. He's helped me a lot, and this is something which I never had. He's got me connected to the world. And it's kind of nice because on the 9th at 8 o'clock in the morning, this phone is going to have the number of my house, my email and all that stuff. It's not going to change. My phone number is going to be the same on the cell phone. The only thing that's going to disappear is my house phone. The house number, like the phone itself, landline, and it'll be on here. So, which is kind of nice, eh?
Thank God for kids, eh?
You know how to answer the phone.
Yeah, I got to learn that. I'm not too good on computers, so I'm a little illiterate, I guess. Trying though, I try.
Hey, Dion, you might make me come try to check it on there so you can make messages now.
Yeah.
Well, he texted Mark yesterday.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
It was Dion. You'll get it.
You'll be fine, Jake.
Come on, guys, give me a break. You know, anyway, I made a pretty good life for myself. I'm not on a newfie, whatever. Anyway, me and Cathy, we're for sure pretty proud of Dion, what he's made of himself. He's accomplished like so much. It's like unbelievable. So proud of him. She was so proud of him. And John, of course, and Lana. John has done so well. And Anyway, he's done, I won't even talk about it. He's done so good for himself, it's unbelievable. I never thought anybody could do better than me, but he's accomplished that. I don't know where he got his, I got no idea where he got his smarts from, that's for sure. Okay, I'm sure, I'll let Dion do a little, I'm sure he's got a little something to say, for sure. Oh, Dion. There he goes. I'm so proud of you, Dion. Cathy would be too, you know that.
Thanks. Thanks, everyone. Welcome here today. You're doing a great job there, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Better than I thought. At least I can talk. I thought Marco would have to do all the talking for me. That's why I made the notes.
I guess I've had the pleasure of meeting a lot of you here today. Some of you I've met just today, and hopefully I'll get a chance to chat with more of you later. As Basil said, I guess I'm his son, Dion, and Cathy's stepson. Unfortunately, I guess life, work, 3,000 kilometers probably spent us from spending as much time together as we would have liked that, too. But in saying that, it probably made us treasure our time together more than we would have otherwise. So whether it was here at Creemore or back east in Clarenville, Newfoundland, or in Hawaii, or some of the other places we met up, we certainly cherished our visits and thoroughly enjoyed them. And I can honestly say that Cathy truly treated me and my family, which includes, as he said, my wife Lana and my son John. She truly treated us with kindness and respect, and I guess as we were, like her own family. So I certainly appreciated that and thank her for that. I guess a couple things that I'll probably remember mostly about Cathy, as has been referenced a couple times today. Certainly her love for cards. Didn't necessarily love losing, but she loved playing enough that she'd keep on playing if she did lose. I can remember first when we used to come up here, I guess, to hockey camps and stuff, and I can remember her and John, my son, at that time probably, a lot younger than Tristan, probably at 4 or 5 years old, down on the back deck, and she was teaching them cribbage, and she had a lot more patience than I did probably at that time, and the look of joy on both their faces certainly was nice to see, and you could see that they enjoyed their time together. So I certainly respected that and appreciated that, truly. I guess the other thing certainly is her love of food. She, as you can see, there's a nice menu here today, I guess, and she loved going to nice restaurants. She critiqued them, and as much as that, she loved cooking at home. By the book, of course. Measurements were very important, but she certainly enjoyed food and cooking, so I'll always remember that. So I guess thank you, everybody, for coming to the celebration today. I think it's an important event for this guy and for all of you to recognize, I guess, Cathy and appreciate, the journey that she had and how we'll continue on. I thank you all. It's been obviously a challenging year and a half that we've gone through, and I appreciate the way that you've supported him and helped him through a extremely difficult time. So thank you all very much for that. And I guess I certainly would say thank you for being Cathy's friends and family. That's what this is about today, and certainly truly appreciate the impact, I guess, that you guys had on Cathy's lives and Cathy's life, and how you shared your experiences with her. Thank you very much for that. I know many of you have traveled, I guess, from various places and distances today, so on behalf of this, not so much you, Tim, but I guess on behalf of this guy and myself, certainly wish you safe travels home today, wherever you're, or wherever you might be going. So thank you all very much, and may God bless you all. I guess the last thing I'll add is that I guess everyone knows by now at least that he's coming back to back east to Newfoundland.
To the Rock.
Yeah, and I guess that's the way life is. It's got different chapters, and this is going to be the next chapter of his life. And I guess for the record, I want to say that as excited as I and my family are that he's moving back, we didn't totally tear him away from here. I think as much he's looking forward to coming back that way, and I hope that we'll make the next phase of his life be easier for him, I guess, right? So just want to point that out and say that you're all more than welcome. There's a lot of ocean there, and a lot of ocean property that you're welcome to come visit. Thank you all very much, and God bless you all.
Thanks, Dion. That was so unbelievable. Yeah, you touched on something there that I want to remind people. When you go out of this driveway, like safe driving he's talking about, when you go out, when you get to the end of the driveway, you need to stop for a few seconds and look up the road. Not that I know there's much traffic now, but cars can hide in the dip up there. So you need to stop for 4 or 5 seconds and make sure you look up the road good before you make your left to go out of the driveway. I always try to tell everybody that.
Yeah, you scare us once or twice a year.
I know. Sometimes I go out and I know it's a dirt road, so people try to go pretty slow, but not everybody does that. That's why that road will never be paved because.
Hurry, Jake, we gotta get down the hill.
That's why that road will never be paved, because there'd probably be people killed on that road if it was paved. People would be flying down the road, right? So, anyway. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, thanks, Dion. That was really good. Anyway, I think everybody knows who's coming next. Don't we? No, I saved the bestest for lastest. I think we all know who we are. Get up here, guys. Hi, Rick. I hope you're watching, Rick. I miss you. Scott, what are you doing? Get up here.
And Josh?
Come on, Josh. Easton. Devin, come on. You don't have to stay, but you're going to get up here and get introduced.
Yeah, you have given us 4.
I'm going to say with these guys. I'm not going to say much because they're going to do some talking, I'm sure of that, so I won't have to say that much. I'll just introduce them. Okay, this is Sarah, Cathy's niece, Lacey, and Ollie. We call them the Three Amigos. That's what they are. They're the Three Amigos. Friends of Cathy's since birth. Okay? And this is their husband. It's Sarah's husband, Scott, and his 2 kids, Devin and Easton and Devin. And there's Ollie's husband, Josh. Okay? That's the 3 of them. They were like, I don't know. I know they're going to do some talking. I shouldn't really say anything, but anyway, they're Danny and Joni's daughters, by the way, with Cathy's brother. Okay. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm letting these guys do the talking. Okay? Anyway. They probably share some good memories, I'm sure of that. I know they got lots, that's for sure. Right, guys? Okay. Sarah?
Okay.
Okay.
You're first.
Okay.
Whew, okay. So my first memory of Annie, as we call her. Yep. Oh, sorry. Okay. I don't do this very often. My first memory of Annie, as we called her, rather than Aunt Cathy, which I think she asked us to call her by because it was more representative of our relationship with her. It was without formality and just playful. So I can very vividly remember my first memory with Annie, and we got caught in the rain at my house on Bob Cajun. We got soaking wet, we danced in the backyard and ran inside laughing. In chatting with my parents about this recently, I've learned that I would have been only about 3 years old at that time. I don't have any other memories of my time at that house, yet this one stands out as if it was yesterday. My childhood is full of special memories with her, and each and every time she plays with me and lets me know how important I am to her, which she's obviously done with each and every one of you in this room, as we've heard about today. She took us on many camping adventures, held my hand to go see Poppy during his final few days in hospital, played endless games of cards, as we've all heard, watched recorded soap operas, tried to persuade me to appreciate country music, which, by the way, is a battle that to this day she didn't win. She let me sit in and even wash her fancy cars. She instilled the travel bug in me that I have yet to and likely will never shake, as she took me on multiple trips to Mexico, St. Kitts, and Hawaii. She let me brush her hair and tickle her feet, which I now realize I was a real big sucker for. And so many more. Each of these memories all have a common theme of a child who was made to feel incredibly special by the love of her aunt. Annie was one of those rare adults in my life who wholeheartedly got down to my level, all while being her true self and just had fun with me. I have to say that on the day that Annie died, I had 3 turtles come and visit me on that day in my neighborhood. And where we live, we've seen a turtle once, which is half a kilometer up the street at this little parkette. And that was 7 years ago. So in 7 years, I have not once seen a turtle in my neighborhood. And on that day, 3 turtles came to visit me. And the last one, I was sitting and having dinner with my family, and it was just prancing around in the backyard. So to this day, I will always think of her as I see a turtle, because I do think she came to visit me. So rather than standing here and talking about how much she will be missed, which we all know we could do forever and ever, I'm going to try to end on a positive note. As much as my heart aches to be able to tickle those feet again, and have my own children feel that special love again, I know that she lives on through my sisters and I. She was an extraordinary role model for us. She's the aunt that I strive to be for my niece. And she lives on through the incredible aunts that these 2 are for my boys. So I thank her for that gift, that legacy, and for the example that I will always strive to be. I hope she understands how much she means to me. I love you, peanut butter. Thanks.
I'm not very good at speaking into a microphone.
Oh, you're doing fine. Well, you can't beat me, forget it.
It's actually impossible to stand up here and truly express how special Annie was to all of us. It's impossible to articulate all the childhood memories she created for us. Many of my childhood memories have something to do with her. She had such a special place in our hearts. I will never forget all the nicknames she had for us, and her infectious laugh will never leave my head. Her legacy will forever live on in our family. There's never a family get-together that her name doesn't come up. She created many family traditions for us that we will continue to carry on forever, whether it be creating her famous dip or having morning mimosas. There are many things that instantly remind me of her, such as her soaps. An afternoon wouldn't pass without her watching her recorded soaps and dragging us along with her. She instilled the love of country music in me, and I will forever have a love of all-inclusive resorts. One of the big life lessons she taught all of us was to always try things in life. No matter how difficult it may be, or even if you wouldn't like it in the end, I continue to carry this with me in all aspects of my life, especially my job. Since becoming a police officer, I was then referred to as Deputy Dog. And she was always wanting to hear any type of work story I could give her, good, bad, or ugly. Even though with more distance between us over the last couple of years, she always took the time to tell me how much she loved me, and more recently, when I experienced health issues, she was the first to send me a text every morning. Now that I've become an aunt myself, I will role model that approach for the type of aunt that I want to be for my nephews. I strive to have the relationship with my nephews and be as big a part of their lives as she was to us. I read a quote recently that seems fitting for my final words, and that was, if Mom says no, my aunt will say yes.
That's the truth.
Okay. Let's take a deep breath here.
Debbie would say, deep breaths. Right? Right, Debbie?
Yes.
Debbie taught me that. I thought I was going to have to do a bunch of them today, Debbie, but I worked it out.
As many of you know, when we were growing up, we lived just up the road from Cathy and Jake. My dad spent 2 years working in Peterborough before we sold our house, and that meant Mom was very busy working, running a household, and trying to get all three of us where we needed to be. Annie was always there to help in any way she could. As the youngest, I was regularly dropped off to spend time with her, while Mom drove Sarah and Lacey to activities. With Jake away a lot, it often ended up being just the two of us. When we moved to Peterborough, I would always come spend at least a week with Annie in the summer. She did everything to make these visits special. Trips to Costco.
How special can you get?
Trips to Costco where we got to pick out a big tub of candy. She put special sheets on the bed. She had these flannel cow sheets that were always a favorite. And dinner at the Sovereign. While we had lots of fun playing cards, watching soap operas, and hiking through the back fields, there was always work to be done. I can remember spending hours in the garden picking potato bugs and weeding. I learned to love that feeling of dirt beneath my fingernails and exhaustion from working all day in the sun. But the best part was seeing the hard work pay off when we picked what was ready to have with dinner. Gardening is something I still love to this day. It's very self-soothing for me. Annie helped me discover this passion and encouraged it by giving me my first gardening tools when I bought a house. I would often send pictures over the last few years, and she would love to see the progress for my little urban garden. I've told my husband Josh on many occasions that all I want in life is to have a nice property with a huge garden and chickens. I know that life dream was born from the time I spent right here on this property. As I was preparing for today, I found some letters that Annie had written me when I worked at a summer camp in Temagami. I've spent the past few days reading over these letters and actually read them to my parents and sister as we were driving over today. The letters always included a list of what they were eating from the garden that week. During one particular summer, she wrote me, Jake was busy building the chicken shit coop, as she referred to it as. They also had pigs that summer. Here's a quote from a letter she wrote me on July 13th, 2007. Did you know we have 3 pigs? I named them Cornelius, Bellamy, and Pearl. Jake didn't like those names. He wanted Pork Chop, Ham Hock, and Baconator. The first time I left the country or traveled on a plane was with Annie. We went to Turks and Caicos, Mexico, Newfoundland, and trips to the States to visit Jake when he was working. Annie helped ignite my passion for travel. She always encouraged me to try new things and spoiled me with experiences. I often look back and wonder why she wanted a preteen tagging along on some of these trips. But I know now that she wanted to show me everything she could. She knew how valuable those experiences were and wanted to share them with me. She opened my mind and my eyes to the world and helped me see how big and beautiful it is. When I spent time with Annie, I felt special. She wanted to know what was going on in my life and where I was heading on my next adventure. She wanted to share recipes with me and talk about who won the most recent season of Big Brother. She would write me letters when I was away at camp and visit me when I was at university. On my wedding day, she held my hand as we rode over to the ceremony. She always made me feel safe and loved. I hope that she knows how special she was to me, how much I learned from her, and how much I loved her.
Don't go away, guys. Danny, Joan, come on over. Did I ask? Do you guys want to say anything, or? I know that's a hard act. I know that's a hard act to follow. Anyway, here's the whole damn family right here, guys.
I think
Yeah,
it's clear
I'm gonna do that.
from what the girl said.
Let's take the glass out of your hand.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm waiting to cheers.
You're on.
How important Cathy was to our family throughout her life.
Thanks, Tony. Unlike my eldest daughter, I'm going to try to end this on a more positive note, hopefully. What personifies my sister to me, and it'll be a memory I'll always have, is a day a number of years ago. I asked her if she wanted to go rainbow trout fishing. She said, sure, I'll bring lunch. So off we headed the next morning, and we fished all morning. We caught a trout. We headed back to the car, and she pulled out the wicker basket. First thing to come out was a checkered tablecloth. And then some china and some utensils. Well, there was fried chicken, a number of salads, and homemade bread, I think, too. So there we were, sitting on the banks of the river, with this spread out, and then she pops out one of those little bottles of champagne. Pop went. So the fishing ended pretty well then. But we had an afternoon of great conversation and a lot of laughs. And that was the thing about Cathy. She could take a great day and make it better.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, don't go away. Don't go away. Dan, come up here. I want to get a picture of all of us. Get a picture. Everybody get in. You're.
I'll take a picture. Mike has it.
Mike has it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay, Mike. Thank you. Come on, guys.
Jake, go back there in the way. You're hiding, everybody.
Go backstage.
Okay here, Mike?
Yeah, that's everybody there. Everybody says cheese now.
Cheese. Now.
Oh, yeah, say cheese
Now.
now. We got a couple. Hey, that's good. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Jake.
Anyway, just as one person, I saved the bestest for lastest.
So you said 3 times ago, Jake.
I know, but now I'm saving the oldest for lastest. And I think everybody here knows who I'm talking about here.
Is it you?
No, this lady sitting right down here. Miss Ellen Walker.
Center stage. Bring the mic down for her, Jake.
Can't.
I can't.
Not long enough.
she wants to speak, we can bring her and speak around. She wants to speak. Does she want to say
You gotta
something?
be careful now.
Does she want to say something?
I don't know. Ellen, did you want to say anything, Ellen? No? Anyway, Ellen is our neighbor up the road since we've been here forever. Her and Cathy were good friends. Cathy used to go and cut for years. She couldn't do it the last 2 or 3 years. Maria's been her guardian angel for the last couple of years, I think. And anyway, Cathy was going cutting her hair on whatever, once a month or whatever. Of course, the big thing was that it wasn't a haircut, it was where we were going for lunch. So Cathy would come home and tell me about her beautiful lunch at Catch 22, Beaver and Bulldog, different places up in Collingwood and Wasaga Beach and Stainer or whatever, up that area, right? But they had a lovely time together. Cathy always enjoyed it. And Ellen is an amazing person. She was an amazing neighbor. We always were friends. She just lived up the road here since we lived there. And amazing friends with Cathy, that's for sure, and me. But anyway, I'm sure we messed. Hey?
That's what I was going to say. It was
Cocktail
more
hour.
the martini.
Oh, yeah. Cocktail hour. Oh, yeah.
That's what she always told me.
Yeah.
My lady friend up the hill, we'd always have our martini.
I shouldn't really, that's all right, I guess. What the hell, right? Ellen is 99 years young. And she'll be 100, I think, in October 14th, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Ellen? October 14th? I think. I think I got her date right. October 14th, I think, right? It's her birthday. Cathy always wrote down birthdays. I got everybody's birthday is in her book. Anyway, I guess I don't know. Oh, somebody else just showed up. I have to introduce. Hang on. So, come on, Mary, get up here. Anyway, I think I've got everybody pretty. Did I miss anybody, by the way?
I got one more thing for you that I could say.
Okay. Anyway, first let me introduce my sister, who just showed up. This is Marion, friend of Cathy's, of course, like everybody here. Yeah. Anyway, she's late, but it's okay.
Right on time.
Yeah, you're right on time for the toast. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't miss anybody, hopefully.
Jake, can I say a few words?
Yeah. No problem. My sister Vida.
You stay here with me. Okay, I can't top anything that anybody said here today, and can't fathom the number of friends that she has that are here today and spoke so highly of her, which is what it's all about. So I just want to say, on behalf of Jake's family, Jake, you not only lost a wife a month ago, you lost your best friend, you lost your lover, and you lost your partner. And that's something that you will never forget, okay? And we won't either. And his greatest partner with her in his life was his card partner. I am not kidding you. They played cards every day of their life. Am I not right?
Probably.
Every day.
Even on the plane.
Yep, they played cards. And at 4 o'clock, they'd have their martini. I phoned them about a month ago, and I said, Jake, it's 4 o'clock, time for the martini. I sat down and had one, and he sat down and had one. But she will greatly be missed, like everybody said. She was a great person, a wonderful friend, and a great friend to have in your life. And she will never, ever, ever be forgotten by anybody here today, okay? Especially by her husband.
Thank you, Vida.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I knew you were going to say something. Good for you, Vida.
I always do, you know that.
Yeah.
I'm the mouthpiece of the family.
Oh, my God. Okay, we'll see if my sister Marion, she hasn't heard any of this stuff. I'm sorry, Marion, that
That's okay.
you missed a lot of nice stuff.
I know. I
You-
should have got here in time. I'm sorry.
You missed a lot of.
I know.
But anyway, Marion, I don't know. It's on YouTube. So, as far as I know, it's on YouTube and it's all taped, eh?
I'll see it then, okay?
So you should be able to see it. So anyway, my sister, I didn't introduce. That's my sister, Marion, Cathy's friend, of course, whatever. Anyway, Marion, you'd like to say anything? Just say hello.
Like Vida said to Jake. Sorry I didn't get here to hear the speeches, but
That's okay.
life will get easier for you,
Yeah,
okay?
I know.
And you're going to be okay.
Well, I hope so.
You
That's
got a
for
lot
sure.
of people that love you and a lot of people behind you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And you're going to do okay.
Thank you, Marion.
Good luck in Newfoundland. But you always got a place to come back, okay?
I know, for sure. Yeah. Okay, I don't know. There's just one thing I think left. I think I didn't miss anybody. Anybody else want to say anything? Oh, Tim did.
Yep.
Come here, Tim. You got to play another tune on the bagpipes here, buddy. Yeah, Tim, bagpipe guy. There he is. Neighbor and bagpipe.
There we go, everybody. Well, Jake mentioned a little while ago about people that he referred to as wannabe newfies, and I would count myself in that number. And a number of years ago, I wrote a little poem. I make up rhymes all the time, and so we had a local occasion, and they asked me if I could provide some entertainment, and I wrote a poem. They were doing a jigs dinner down at the church in Creemore, and so I came up with a poem entitled "Talk of Your Rock," and it goes, "I wish I was from Newfoundland. Folks from those parts understand, in life, it's not how much you make that brings a buddy pleasure. A promise there is seldom broken. Friendships there aren't merely token. And it's in the give and not the take they find life's greatest treasure. I wish I came from Trinity, that tiny pearl beside the sea. The sunset on the water there's a beauty to behold. To walk the paths of old rail lines and sniff the sea air through the pines and know that God can hear my prayers of thanks 1,000-fold. And oh, to be at the Erin pub and sipping Guinness by the tub. O'Reilly and O'Byrne would sing their songs up on the stage on Water Street in Old St. John's, where day in Canada first dawns, to see me end an all-night spree and start a new day's page. They say that Newfoundlanders are the nicest folks you'll meet by far. They say they have the kindest hearts, and I could not agree more. I've been down to the Rock now thrice, and I'd go back there in a trice. But the more I talk, the more it starts to sound a lot like Creemore. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Just like your bagpipes. Beautiful. Okay, I don't know. I think, whatever. Just say it. Anybody that's watching, just look out there and say hello to everybody. Because a bunch of people might be watching in Newfoundland, wherever. Hi, guys. Yeah. Anyway, I guess last, everybody's got a little glass. Cathy's wine, the Windsor Taunts. And we're going to have a little toast to her, okay?
Cathy.
To Cathy. To Cathy.
May you always be happy.
Our friend forever. Oh.
Hey, Jake, that's not bad at all.
Told ya.
I should have listened to you years ago. Yeah. I may switch
Not
now.
like a real. Anyway, yeah. Okay, guys. Anyway, we're going to be cooking up some lobster here and have a prime rib, Caesar salad, and whatever, some other stuff.
Tim wants to know what's for dessert.
Yorkshire, yeah. And there's dessert. There's caramel cake, cheesecake, and another cake. There's 3 cakes in there. So, yeah, just cakes.
Cake and cake, and then there's cake.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, just thank you all. I don't know how much I appreciate it, y'all coming. Just crazy. All for Cathy, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All for Cathy.
Well done, Jake.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Superb job. No one else couldn't do any better.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Mic's off. Oh. I'm sorry, I turned back on. I want to take Jason White. We're taping all this. It's on line. It's on YouTube and different things. And I want to thank Stephanie and Cameron for Ultimate Parking and helping out here. Cameron, Shelley's son, and his girlfriend. And I don't know, anybody else I didn't think that I should? Yeah. Okay, Jason, thanks, eh? Okay, good enough. Mic off now.
I just had to remember that, right?